What is up, you guys? My name is Danny with the fat ass.
Oh, you brought it back. My name is Irma with the fat ass titties.
And this is
Let's Talk Pendejadas. Oh my
our
God.
final episode.
Tear, motherfucker. I am literally crying on the inside.
We are crying in the inside because when this is such a sad moment, and I can't believe that this is gonna end. I can't believe this is happening right now.
You know what? I'm over you. I'm not gonna continue the season no more.
I need you to pay me my rate now. I actually charged double this year.
Nah, for all realness though, guys, like this is gonna be the last episode for this season, but don't think that we're gonna stop here. We are gonna continue on with season 2.
Hopefully, hopefully we come back in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, you guys, welcome back to another motherfucking episode.
Yes, he's horny today.
Oh my god, dude, I'm so hot right now. Dude, we literally drank the buzzball before this. We were on live for a fat ass minute.
Bitch, tell me why it was such a struggle for me to finish my makeup. I was literally struggling so bad with my face, like under my eyes started like lifting and shit. You know, I was like, you know what, it's okay. Like
you're like, you know what, I'm so fucking over this. The camera has a fucking softener.
Exactly. Like it's not like you could really tell, right?
No.
Right?
I'm like, right, please don't make me go crazy. But before we get started with this week's episode, porque tenemos muchas cosas de que hablar, and I'm like so excited for this last episode. So make sure to get your wine, get your beer, get your shots, get your whiskey, get your blunt, get your
joint, your piece, your bong.
Because this is gonna be a wonderful trip.
It really is, honestly. I'm excited for this episode because there's just a lot of juicy stuff to talk about. And it's just, you know, a great time to connect with y'all. It always is each time that we literally record these episodes. So I'm gonna miss this for a few weeks. Hopefully you guys don't miss us and forget about us.
But before we get started, let's go ahead and get started with
Wine of the Week.
The Mosca passing by.
For real, it's right here. What are you doing?
But for this week's wine, we decided to do this Chloe white wine. I've been craving a white wine for some fucking weird reason.
We haven't been doing white wine for a minute, so this was great change. I love the packaging. It's so fucking cute. It is a Sauvignon Blanc, so you know it's gonna taste real good.
And we're gonna finish this wine because I'm fucking excited. And you guys already know, for this week's episode, since it is our last episode, we are finishing it off with a bang. And we got our charcuterie boards from our friends at Sunny CO. So make sure you guys follow them on Instagram and place your guys' order.
They're phenomenal. These charcuterie boards that she makes, honestly, they're fucking amazing. They're so cute. They're so filling. It's a perfect time for like brunch with the girls, hang out with the girls, or even, bitch, just have it for yourself.
Yeah, bitch, I'd fucking buy this whole ass box for myself.
Literally. So
si te dejó tu hombre, pues cómprate una caja. You don't even have to share anymore.
Instead of ice cream, have this. It's probably even more protein, if anything. But I honestly am always so grateful and so happy for those who supported us through this episode. Sunny's SSO, Miss, the one that did the chocolate strawberries for us. Thank you also to you.
We like to support small businesses and stuff like that. So go ahead and place your order whenever you guys are ready. But I am ready to start chugging this motherfucking wine.
I'm excited.
So let's just start trying it already.
Cheers. Aww.
Okay, first of all, it does smell very clear, like.
Does it? Okay, let's see. Hey, look, I didn't clean these. I got my lipstick on this.
Oh, this is perfect.
Wow.
This is what I needed, honeybee. This is what I needed, honeybee.
Refreshing, not too strong, not too sweet.
It's a Starbucks.
It's literally the acai.
Can I get a venti?
No, honestly, this is actually really, really good. You got a really good choice, friend.
Thank you. Maybe this is going to be our new favorite.
Low-key, this is going to be our everyday thing.
I love him. Okay,
honestly.
so let's just go ahead and start off with this last week's episode of Let's Talk Pendejadas. So let's actually start off from the very beginning of how this podcast came about.
Yeah.
So realistically, the way that it came about was, this was way before the podcast industry was on. And I have a lot to say, honeybee. So I wanted to make sure that I was heard. So I wanted to do a podcast by myself. But I knew that I didn't have the followers, or not only that, I didn't know that I was scared. Realistically, I was scared.
You were scared of what you were able to pull and like what if people were gonna grasp
enjoy
onto
it, people were not gonna enjoy it. So it took me a very long time to kind of just be like, okay, I want to do it and I'm gonna do it. Like there's nothing stopping me. So one day I kind of just started watching YouTube videos on my phone of how to upload podcasts, of what equipment you needed. And Alan already had most of his equipment because he first started his podcast before I started mine. Because he already had his show Noche de Pendejadas, being when it used to be the IGTV.
Yeah, that's crazy. That was so long ago.
So when that all happened, he transitioned to a podcast. He bought the equipment first, and I was like, fuck it. I was taking advantage. I was like,
why not?
Yo no tenía el dinero.
Those modos. Your boyfriend was very supportive about it. Alan was very supportive about it. He's like, babe, I have the equipment here. Why the fuck not like use this? Están aquí. Like, we're here to support each other.
So I was kind of like thinking about what I really wanted to do and what I wanted to name it.
Right.
Hold on, because there's motherfucking pepperoni. Oh, what is it? Salami?
Or
nice and spicy.
Wait, which one did you get it from?
I think it was this one.
Ooh, yeah. I think this one's pepperoni or...
but that shit was nice and spicy. I love it. Anyways, I was like thinking about a name for it and I never really thought about a name. And since Alan's podcast was called Noche de Pendejadas, and I was like, bitch, he's my boyfriend.
Yeah.
We're all kind of in the same like branch of genre of content that we all do, because we're all really much all the same.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck it. And I also thought of it and I have an idea if I put pendejadas on it or something with pendeja on it. I knew that if people were looking up Alan's Noche de Pendejadas,
that would pop up.
His would pop up and then ours would pop up.
Yeah.
So I said that, but before I even came up with the name, I actually wanted to have a host with me, a co-host. And at first I was thinking about Alan. And he was like, oh shit, conflict of interest, because I have my podcast and they're with the studio, so like I don't know what they would think. So I don't think it would be a good idea. Then I thought about Ashley, but then I knew that she wasn't gonna be down to do the work. Now, I definitely motherfucking shot my shot with Irma. And
let's just say that like it was very difficult for me to like grasp on to this type of work and what Danny was trying to achieve for the podcast, for not only him, but for the both of us. Because he was very clear on the aspect of like, he wants not only him to succeed, but he wants to see me succeed. So he literally took that opportunity and he was like, hey, Irma, are you fucking down? Like this and this is what,
This is like the concept. This is what I was thinking about.
This is what's like the idea, everything. And I was like, you know what? This sounds fucking dope. This sounds so much fucking fun.
And then later,
I'm down.
Yeah, and later on, then that's when I was like, okay, well, this is going to be the name of it. I don't know what I want to do with it, but let's jump ideas. And I was like, oh shit, Irma loves wine and I love wine.
Yes, we're wine connoisseurs now.
So I was like, oh my God, that's like literally a perfect match in heaven. And I used to always watch Anthony's video of the week.
Dude,
Anthony's video of the week.
Missed that, but that was your little inspo for the wine of the week.
So I took that shit from Anthony and I put it into my little spinoff of Wine of the Week. And that's kind of like the story of how Let's Talk Pendejadas kind of started. Now let's talk about during Let's Talk Pendejadas, because behind the scenes there was a lot of drama.
Honestly,
and it was back and forth things that it was just, I can't believe we're still friends vibes.
No, honestly, you guys are going to be so shocked. So literally, like when we were first starting off, like I was just so surprised of how much work a podcasters really think. Because people think that it's just like, okay, mics, cameras, put on record and you're done. No, it's a lot more into that. And I feel like it just took me so long to like grasp onto that. It took me so long to actually think like, oh shit, this is actually like kind of a job and a thing and not like just a thing that I could just leave off to the side. Because no joke, it's so much fun filming with you. It's so much fun.
Just recently, me and Irma, well, not me and Irma. It was kind of like more in Irma, where I was putting in her perspective that we are very privileged, and
Yes.
I will say that very much proudly. I know that I am privileged that we got a platform handed to us very easily, and a lot of people have to grow from zero. And kudos to you that you are growing. Keep going and keep going and keep going. And me and Irma have never been like, I don't want you to grow. Oh, I don't want you to grow. I don't want this.
It's always been supportive, like, with each other. And the thing is with Danny, like, he always would help me and, like, give me these tips and give me this advice and everything so much to help me. But me as a person that doesn't like to receive help, that wants to do things individually and, like, doesn't feel like, when I get help, how I personally feel is that I'm being weak and I'm just being fucking dumb and shit. But no, he gave me this advice throughout this whole time when we were like first struggling. Well, not struggling, but like me struggling with Let's Talk Pendejadas and keeping this basically together and like cherishing it as a baby, like how he was. With his advice, it helped so much to realize, fuck, like, I need to do this. Like, this is so much fun. Why am I just gonna let it fall and like not let it grow as how it has now? Like, look at us. We're like fucking 43 episodes in, bitch. And like for you to have this patience and
well, you know what? Something that definitely taught me during this podcast was patience, for sure.
Yeah.
And it definitely did teach me a lot of appreciation for the type of people that can support me, because I like things a certain way. And it's not because, like, Danny, you have to have it a certain way, or I want to be in control. It's not that. It's just,
you have a vision.
I have a vision, and if the vision is there, I want it to be visible.
Yes.
And and the good thing that every single time that Irma was editing the podcast, even still now, there's days where Irma doesn't want to edit the podcast, and I'll be like, friend, that's fine. Like, I can edit it, and I'll probably be done with it a lot faster than you will. But every single day, Irma learns something new. And I always teach her something new. Today, she learned something completely new that she thought that she learned, but I guess she didn't, or she forgot, or whatever the reason was.
And it always is. The thing is, like, I just have a fucking shitty ass mind, and like, I just have a really horrible memory. And like, I guess for me personally, it's just an issue that I pick and choose what I want to remember. It's just how my mind works and stuff. And like, it just made me realize, I was like, damn, bitch, like, there's so much potential and so much shit that we can both do together that, like, bitch, it's crazy to see each other just succeed in that case, to be honest. I just appreciate, like, that we're in this position together, that we literally grew from what we were, like,
well, let's actually talk about one of our biggest fights that we had here on Let's Talk Pendejadas, where pretty much and I'll see if I can find the tweet so I can post it right here. But I posted that I wanted to cancel Let's Talk Pendejadas.
Yes,
And the only reason why I really wanted to cancel Let's Talk Pendejadas was because of our 420 episode.
That was literally like, yes, I know, I fucked up. That's how badly I fucked up the fucking podcast for that moment. Because literally I had one fucking job. I just had one job at that moment.
And yes, I could have edited it.
No,
but like,
it's like,
Irma
why do you have to constantly remind me? Because at that point, that's when you were already like, girl, I'm reminding you too much. We're already a few episodes in. You should already get the hang of it. But me being the Mensa, don't be coming at Danny or anything, because I know how you bitches work. But as me as the Mensa, like, I just wouldn't fucking like grasp onto it. And I just was being fucking pendeja. Like, I was just being like, the pendeja and shit. So like, that was for sure, like, I will forever say a moment that I regret, but for sure a moment of realization that, bitch, I need to get my shit together. Because after the conversation that we had because the night when we were coming back from the house, I think after I went home or something, and then after that we didn't talk for like a few days or something. No,
I think we didn't talk for 2 weeks.
Yeah, for 2 weeks we didn't talk,
and I was just completely over it. Like, I was just like, as a friend, like, no matter what it is, like, let's say Irma had her own business. Me as a friend, I would support her in her business and give her everything that she wanted. Literally. Maybe Irma didn't realize that back then. Now she does realize it, and that's a great thing to do. Like, she evolved and she realized her mistakes and stuff like that. But what I'm more trying to say is, like, it should have been taken care of. Like, if you really loved your friend, like, you should have been like, okay, like, I'm gonna take care of it, because he not only was looking out for himself, but he was also looking out for me,
Yeah.
which is Irma. You
and
know what I mean?
It really was that. And I'm like,
And
always,
every single time this podcast, I have always tried to look for any type of opportunity I can. That's the reason why we have sponsors on these episodes because we were able to get sponsorships. And I tried to look everywhere to grow this podcast. Right now, we're in a niche where it's like we're not where it's popular and it's not popular. It's like right there in the middle, but like we can go higher and higher and higher and higher. And that's always the end goal, is to succeed and be and
better.
Achieve your goals or exceed your goals. And I feel like this episode has this season has taught us a lot. What was like your favorite episode?
Honestly, probably my favorite episode would probably be the ones where we like talk about our little like sex stories and like our little hookups and stuff. Because honestly, I don't know if it's just me, but I enjoy talking about the sex. Like, no matter what, it's just always an interesting and amazing topic to talk about. I don't know why people make it seem weird or if it's not normal. Like, girl, we're human beings. Like, we're like animals. We like to fuck. Like, that's literally what we do. We reproduce.
I feel like if you're scared of sex, it's because like you haven't had sex.
Experience. No, and you probably just had the worst experience and you just didn't have a great experience.
Yeah,
and honestly, just one bad experience could definitely like
alter the way that you think about certain things, for sure. But I feel like sex should definitely be a normal topic to talk about anywhere. Honestly. Like right now, TMI, you guys, but like me and my mom have been trying to talk to my little brother about, you know, the whole puberty and like the sex talk and stuff like that. And my mom doesn't want to have this conversation yet, but I feel like it should be a time. But I shouldn't step any boundaries because I'm not a parent and I don't know. But I feel like if I was in Noah's age, I would have definitely felt more comfortable to like get that talk already.
Okay.
But you know, to each his own. Did you want to have that conversation with your parents like going into 7th grade?
I never really had that conversation with my parents.
Okay.
No, because my parents were never vocal about that kind of stuff. And like, it was just always an awkward convo. Like, it was just something.
So you learned how to like have sex by yourself?
Literally. No, I literally learned on my own. I discovered the websites on my own, everything on my own. Like, and you know what? I'm gonna throw somebody under the bus. A 6th grade friend. She literally sent me a text message. She's like, hey, check out RedTube. Do you remember RedTube?
Honey.
That was my shit.
I remember? I still go.
Bitch, does it really still exist?
Can you try this?
Garlic. I think so. Do you want me to try it?
It smells like garlic.
Okay, good.
That's why I was like...
No, yeah. So like, I literally discovered everything on my own. Like, I was just very like, okay. But then when they tried to have that convo with me again, I was already a little bit older. I was already kind of in high school. So I was just like, Mom, like, if I really had something, I would have been pregnant by now.
So then see, that's what I'm saying. Like, you should have definitely had that conversation going into like 7th grade vibes. Because that's when you start learning. Kids are intelligent.
That is
as
true.
much as you guys want to say kids are not intelligent.
They
won't learn it. Like, they're smart. Like,
no.
Exactly.
Kids,
they're smart.
They know how to manipulate shit. They know. Come on, they're kids. They could do anything and they'd be like getting away out of any fucking situation. Like, girl, come on. Is it good? Oh, I'm about to fucking die right now.
I had the sex talk, maybe probably 6th, 7th grade when I already had like the puberty videotape shown in 6th grade. But the only reason why I had to have the puberty talk is because my mom found porn on my phone.
Oh my god.
But she didn't tell me that she found porn. She just kind of told me that. She's like, okay, well, like,
if you're
go get a banana. There's condoms in the medicine drawer.
Wait. So, duh. Because you weren't like, you were already out by then with your mom or not yet?
No, not yet.
So, okay, that made sense. She was like, get the condoms, make your protection. And you're here just like, Mom, I'm never going to get anyone pregnant.
I'm like, Mom, actually take it up the ass.
Literally. But of course, it's always good that she did show you about the protection because, of course, anything still could happen.
But see, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I got it at 6th grade, so I should agree that my mom should be telling her. My brother at this time.
You're so right.
And I have no motherfucking
That's pretty good.
Bomb as fuck, right? I have no say in it because it's like he's my brother and like he should my mom should teach him her ways. I'm not a parent. I don't know anything. But anyways, one of my favorite episodes for sure. One of my favorite actually like series was the Let's Talk in the House Spooky Edition.
That was so iconic. I miss the costumes.
Dude, our costumes look so motherfucking like cheap as fuck.
Janky as shit, man.
Dude, the fucking Halloween store was fucking. These Halloween costumes are expensive.
No, honestly.
And y'all want to fucking just give me paper?
No, I'm mad about my pickle one because, bitch, that pickle shit was so thin, so flimsy. I felt so like fucking like just like square.
Nah, dude, that shit was stupid.
Yeah, it was.
Honestly, like I don't even know why I keep buying costumes every single fucking year.
Honestly, but which one was your favorite costume to wear?
It was for sure the Scream one. I like the Scream one a lot, and you know, something about the podcast episode that we didn't even address and we're going to address now was the fact that we had serial killers on our wall.
Yeah.
Or murderers on our wall. Now, I'm going to address it really fucking quick.
Yes.
I did see it on Pinterest.
Pinterest
So I didn't think it was a bad problem. But people were like, oh, why would you put them on the wall? You're like worshiping them.
You're like shrine and everything.
Oh my God.
I didn't know.
We were telling stories about these murderers, so like we wanted a picture to go along with it.
Yeah, like we just thought that we would give you guys like visuals for those who watch it on like the YouTube channels and
I
stuff.
feel like during the time it was when the Jeffrey Dahmer thing was going on, so I definitely understand why it was such a sensitive topic.
100%.
But in that sense, I don't think I was doing it in a negative way. First of all, I thought it was aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah, like I'm sorry, y'all. Like
I definitely understand where y'all are coming from, but for sure the Halloween episodes
we know are
going to be bomb. This year we don't have jobs in October.
No, dude, it's bitch.
So this year we will try to go like hard as fuck. When Let's Talk Pendejadas comes back,
we're gonna try to.
We are gonna do extreme fucking shit that we never thought before.
Shrek and Fiona.
I'm like, that's a preview.
No, for real. I could just imagine the special effects and everything. We should definitely record a video that day before we do it. Like us getting like, you're like gorgeous, touching me. Dude, Daddy has a thing where, like, if you guys don't know or don't realize, Daddy has a thing that he does not like being touched. Whenever I have moments where I touch him, he's just like, "Why are you touching me?" So, but anyways, no, honestly, the fucking Halloween ones were so iconic. I really can't wait until we get back to October season 2 for our Halloween season once again. But can we just talk about how it's been nearly or already a year since we have not had a job?
Dude, for me, it's actually been a whole year since.
Yeah. But a corporate job, guys. I'm talking about corporate.
Yeah. It's been a whole... So, my papers expired in August. As of right now, here's a huge little fucking update about my papers.
Oh, yes. Give us.
Currently, I am getting everything fixed to file for my residency. So, you guys, please pray down below. Please. Cross your fingers.
Get some positive energy. Like, we need that.
I need it. As of right now, I still don't have my permit. So, the United States government is a piece of fucking shit because they don't want to hurry that shit up. One, and they claim to have so much money and so much employees. Might the fucking well, that shit should be easy to do.
Exactly.
But I definitely understand patience is key, and I definitely understand all of that. I just wish the government would understand us as human beings.
Yes.
Because if I didn't have the privilege, like I've said earlier, to have a platform to make money in where I don't need to have a work permit, or maybe it is attached to my work permit, but YouTube doesn't flag it, or for whatever the reason is.
Anything.
Whatever the reason is, I was privileged to be able to bounce back on my feet.
Yeah.
But as a regular American or a regular... I'm sorry, not American, a regular American, a regular undocumented person didn't have the opportunity that I had. That makes me sad.
Yeah.
That makes me so fucking sad. You know, I had another influencer hit me up that had the same situation as me. And they didn't have the opportunities that I have, like of course, like all the other opportunities. And they were like, oh shit, I don't know what to do. Like, and I was like, this is what you can do. If I can help you, like, let me know.
Yeah.
But you just open your eyes and see, like, fuck. You are privileged, Danny.
Mm-hmm.
You are privileged as fuck, and you have this opportunity and others don't, and that makes me so sad. Yeah. And that's why I don't have a problem with talking about it. I don't have a problem with talking about,
because it's crazy
how other people can get helped with.
Exactly. And the thing is that I'm happy that you're able to open and vocalize on this, because it's a huge issue. Like, a lot of people are in your same shoes, and honestly, like, it's hard. It's so hard to be in that position, because just imagine, like, like, one that's privileged and shit. Like, we won't understand how the fuck it is, like, not being able to find a job. Like, you know what? I take that back. It's kind of like how my parents were. It's literally how our parents literally struggled and stuff. Like, we have this amazing opportunity to make money, to be on our social media, and to, let people in our lives, dude. And give us this opportunity to pay for our stuff, to have this roof under our, like, heads, to have this roof over our heads, to have food and everything. And, like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's why it's just like...
Thank you to you guys.
Yeah,
honestly.
For sure. Thank you to you guys for giving us this opportunity and giving me the opportunity to still survive, because it's really much, that's what it is. And I appreciate it 100%. I am grateful. Yes. I loved you. And that's why I will be sucking your chichi al rato.
Yo quiero
fat-free milk. Gracias.
I can't provide that, sorry.
You're like, I'm full of it.
I'm full of it and expired.
No,
but all realness, this goes.
Yeah, no. So right now, with the whole update on my thingy, it's just I'm applying for my residency, and yeah, hopefully, everything goes good. And but yeah, dude, it's been a whole ass year. And the other day, I was kind of thinking about it, if I really did, when I get my papers, if I will go back to a corporate job. Because you, on the other hand, have the opportunity to be like, hey, you know what, tomorrow I want to apply to Best Buy and maybe even get the job.
It really is that. It's just how crazy how papers make a huge difference in your fucking life.
Now that you've been out of how long has it been?
So I got fired in January, beginning of the fucking year, after literally calling out. I think it was 4 times in 3 weeks that I called out. They really were like, Sunday, girl, you fired, you gone. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, July. 6 months. It's been half a year, bitch. Half a year since I have been fired. And I'm going to say fired from my corporate job because of the responsibility, of course, that I did have. I will forever be grateful for the opportunity that you guys have gave me, because honestly, yes, these 6 months, low-key, it was a little bit of a struggle. I feel like I am still a little bit struggling now, but it has been improving a little bit more in the social media. Like, thanks to you guys once again for the sponsors that I've been getting. I'm literally going to be uploading 2 videos soon for a sponsor that I'm going to be paying for like over $1,000, which is going to be helping so much with catching up with my car payments, with just keeping track with my phone, and like just with everything, honestly. So I'm not going to say it's the easiest, but so far, I know that this has helped me a lot in a sense of improving as a person and realizing the person that I am and that I want to be and what I need to change. Because I know I have a lot of problems. I know I'm a problem. So it's just like losing my job, I feel like, was the perfect opportunity for me to grow, besides from like the previous stuff that's happened and stuff. But this was for sure like a huge reality check.
For sure.
A huge reality check. So literally, as of today, I am so grateful. And so like literally at that point, this made me realize, like, would I go back to corporate? Fuck no. I'm sorry, but like, if I ever do go back to corporate though, girl, I'm taking advantage of that to the fucking house down boots, bitch. Like, I am gonna be, well, I always have. I've always taken shits during my fucking like hours. I will take advantage with corporate jobs, because at the end of the day, they don't care about you. They just see you as a number. They just see you as a little symbol. If they see that you're not doing good, bitch, don't think that they could just fire you and find somebody else like it's gonna be better. Like, if you're putting your full effort into this and you're getting like promotions, go off, queen, because that's when you know you're actually in a good corporate job. But if you're in the corporate job where you've been there for fucking years, bitch, and I mean years, those are the jobs that piss me off. When you're there in years, busting your ass off, putting so much work and effort, giving these ideas and like all this shit, never me, it's the and like you're still in the same position. They're not literally appreciating anything of your work. They're not appreciating your work ethic. So it's just like, what's the point? Like, is there really any good corporate jobs out there? Like, and if there was, I feel like there's just very little. Or if there is, it's just mainly like small businesses. Because I feel like small businesses, the people who are actually owning,
They understand as a human.
know. At the end of the day, I just never would go back to corporate. And if I do, then shit, that's on me, bitch. Like, that's my fault if I go back to corporate. So if you see me at a fucking, I don't know, back to Goodwill, what's up?
What's up? Come get a discount.
No, for real. I'll give you free shit. You know what? Go back to the donation center. I'll give you whatever they have.
No, but for sure there's been two realizations where I've kind of been like, oh fuck, I'm not gonna go back to work.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go back to a corporate
Yeah.
job. Look, I've had such a toxic work environment with T-Mobile, and now I'm gonna say it because I haven't been with them for over a year.
That's so
I
true.
love T-Mobile. T-Mobile has the greatest benefits. They have your fucking plan is discounted to the max.
No, for real.
Like, they take care of their employees. Don't get me wrong.
No.
Now,
low key, BS aside, no, sorry. But low key with the benefits, if I did end up staying, because my original plan was to get the sleeve through my insurance while I was working at T-Mobile. And right when I was starting the process and about to fucking book my appointment, bitch, that's when they fired me.
oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I
So,
remember.
yeah. Anyways, go back to you. Sorry.
But no, it's okay. I had such a toxic environment with management. And management never valued me as a person, and they didn't value me as
Employee.
as an employee. And they never gave me the opportunities that I know for a fact that I well deserved. And they gave opportunities to others just because they felt like it. And I felt like there was definitely favoritism.
No, yeah. And you know what? That's crazy. They would even leave you the manager duties itself, like closing by yourself, opening by yourself as a rep, bitch, a sales rep and not a manager. Like, that already shows a lot about your work ethic, of how much work and effort that you put into this job. Your quota, because of course, like, T-Mobile goes off quotas and how much you sell and shit, was so like high to the, like, you were literally the top one in the store. It says everything. You were always in the top tier.
For sure. Every single time I had a job, I would always be like, if I'm not the top, I'm not working here.
No, and you know what? You would even get talked about in other stores.
I would always be the name of the fucking town.
Yeah, no, it
I'd be a
really
little
was.
prostitute.
You're like, I always heard.
Yeah, no, but for sure, I was definitely like super confident about my job and everything. And I was just super upset that the fact that they didn't value me as an employee and the management didn't either. So that's why I was super happy when I got let go. And the best opportunity for me to start my social media career, because I definitely wanted to have that social media career, but I didn't know where to start.
Yeah.
And my job was definitely holding me back. With that being said, being the day that I finally realized that I love what I do now was one day me and Irma were filming Let's Talk Pendejadas, and Irma goes to me and I tell her, I was like, bitch, I'm drunk. She's like, I'm drunk. I love that we do this. And I literally kind of just put two and two together. Who the fuck has a motherfucking job like that?
No, honestly.
Like, who can be able to be like, I just drank wine with my best friend and we literally just had a cheeseman
Yeah.
and talked to
You
a lot of people.
No, it really is.
Like,
that,
no,
bitch.
honey, nobody. That's why I always say that we're privileged, and that's why I always say that we take advantage of what we have.
And then also the benefit of that is that you don't have anybody on your ass telling you what the fuck to do.
You're your own boss.
You're your own fucking boss, and if you want to create it however the fuck you want to create it, is the way that it's gonna fucking go.
Yeah.
And that's the bonus.
And the other day that I kind of realized it was the day that I was like, I was like, oh, I don't want to edit this YouTube video. I'm like, girl, snap the fuck out of it because that's disgusting.
No, yeah.
I literally fucking told myself, I was like, Danny, who the fuck gets to lay in their fucking bed and edit a YouTube video? Yes. And not only that, it's not about just the editing. Okay, be able to put funny stuff or stuff that you enjoy in your videos.
Yes.
Think about it this way. Think about your hobby. Okay, think about it this way. Your hobby is to fish. So imagine if you start like learning like little knickknacks about fishing and
or
you
little
enjoy
hacks or like stuff like that.
You guys have always known I worked for T-Mobile because I like techie stuff.
Yeah. You love, bitch, your world revolves around tech shit now.
So, like, this is, like, the perfect opportunity. So, as of now, I don't complain about my life.
Yeah.
As of right now, I'm very happy with my life.
Very much.
I might be sad in certain moments, but it's a sad day, not a sad life.
Yeah.
So, like, I will always cherish the moments that I have. And this is why I love Let's Talk Pendejadas, because of that very much reason. Don't get me wrong. This so-and-so called job, because I hate calling it a job, low-key, because it's like...
we don't like the word job. Like, it just looks like...
I'm like, corporate.
No, really.
No, I feel like the reason why I don't like saying like that social media is a job, it's because I like having fun on social media. So it's not a job to me. This is my hobby.
Yeah, it's a hobby. It really is a fucking hobby. Bitch, with your ass.
It definitely comes with its benefits, but... A lot of people really don't really talk about the negative about social media. And when it comes to the negative about social media, people kind of have a tendency of like, oh, you're complaining about the privilege that we have. If you are complaining about the privilege that you have, then you're complaining, but you're not, how do you say it?
You're not putting in the...
No, you're not confessing that you're privileged to what you're complaining.
Like, for example, it's crazy is that people think that social media is like easy. As mentioned, pulling out the camera for the podcast.
But just remember, it is easy.
It is. If you love doing what you love doing, it's easy.
It's easy. It's definitely easy. But as you keep growing and as you keep, I'm not gonna sit down and be a complaint fest and be like, oh, social media is so big. I don't want to do it no more. I don't want to do it. Like, oh my god. Like, no, girl. Like, social media is fucking easy to do. You just kind of have to be committed, just like how you have to be committed to a gym, just like how you have to be committed to learning how to cook, just like how you're committed to having an education. It's all of that. It's all just commitment. It's all just consistency. It's all just all that.
It really is.
With the consistency, just like when you go to the gym, for example. When you're all drunk, just like consistency, like when you go to the gym, no matter if you're consistent, you love the way that you look and you love the results of what you're getting. But at the end of the day, you're still going to complain about it. Oh my God, today I have to go to the gym. It's a daily thing that you do. But sorry to interrupt, but go ahead.
No, honestly, but it made me realize the other day, I was like doing so much, like literally in one day or even just,
it was one day.
Yeah, it was just one day, girl. Like, I was working, I worked out, I woke up early, I did so much shit. Did I film that day? I don't know.
Yeah, you did film. And you edited your YouTube video. And you
edited. Like, it was so much that I got done in that fucking day, dude, that no joke, I felt so overwhelmed. Like, I don't know what, like, literally at first I was like, oh my God, why am I feeling this way? Like, this is something that I like enjoy and like everything, but it's just like so much happened in one day that I don't know, for some reason I just felt so overwhelmed and so like
stressed out.
I literally felt stressed out and I felt like I was going crazy thinking these thoughts. I'm like, what the fuck?
And you were probably thinking like, oh, this isn't gonna get done. Yes. Like, oh my God, so much is going on that how am I gonna get so much done?
And I was just literally going like kabobble in my head, to be honest, that at that night, I texted Alan and Danny in a group chat. I'm like, hey, like, I'm feeling so overwhelmed. I'm feeling this and feeling that and feeling this and feeling that. And it's just put me in a realization of like, this is how the work is if you want to put social media as your full-time job.
And not only that, even not just social media. If you want to start your own business, if you want to start anything
with yourself, to be your own job, your own boss,
will take so much energy into you. So that really day, Irma kind of just realized. I didn't realize
how much energy it would take out of me, bitch. Because at the end of the night, dude, when I was just like sitting in my car, I was like, oh my God, like.
What the fuck just happened?
What the fuck just happened with my day, man? Like, I literally was so hard for me to process, like, what the fuck just happened? And that's why I had to text him, because I was like, am I going crazy, or is this like normal for me to feel this way? And it just astonishes me in a sense of like how Alan handles this. Because just imagine, just me, one day out of the whole fucking year that I do this shit, and I'm feeling overwhelmed. Just imagine how all these other creators feel that do this.
Or not only that, just imagine how small businesses, like small businesses wake up every single morning and they check their orders. And once they check their orders, they'll package their orders.
Customers' responses, like everything.
It's a lot.
Everything. It's so fucking much.
And that's why I always kudos to small businesses or like to people that want to start whatever they want to start, because for sure it takes a lot of your energy. For sure it takes a lot of your effort.
And this is why we take the opportunity to like, help our friends, like Sunny's SCO, like, because
small businesses, because we understand.
Yeah, 100%. We understand. And that night just made me realize so much. And I was like, damn, like, this is what people deal with on this everyday basis. And this is okay.
Well, you know what?
And this is what, it's rather to feel this way than feel like I'm not doing anything and feeling depressed, feeling like I'm not doing shit, feeling like I have nothing to do with my life. As I mentioned before, I feel like I have no hope in my life. But now that this has been going and this has been going on, it made me realize like, wow, like I actually have potential and I actually have something to live for and do something for myself.
Well, you guys know something, that the other day I had a real conversation with Irma.
Yeah.
And I literally told her, I literally sat her down and I go, hey Irma, the other day I was kind of just like thinking about you and like what you want to do for yourself, like social media.
That was after the moment where I was like, I feel like I have no hope or whatever in my life.
And I was like, what do you want to, like, is there something, like, let's say, for example, have you ever thought about wanting to start your own business?
Yeah.
And my thinking was like, Irma, and you guys know from a couple episodes ago, Irma said that she really never thought about her future. Yeah. She kind of was just going on day by day and like whatever going it is.
The flow,
And if you really think about it, all of us as human beings, we never live day by day.
Yeah.
We actually live, as a human, you should live from your past, learning from your past, living in your present, and as you learn from your past
for the future.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It's very much that. And that day I asked her, I was like, Irma, do you see yourself ever owning your own business? Yeah. And she kind of thought about it and she told me about it. And I literally got so happy at that moment. And I was like, Irma, like, I'm not going to be, hopefully you don't take this the wrong way, but this is the only way that I can say it.
Yeah.
This is the first time where I finally saw you wanting something for yourself.
Very excited, but not only because of that, but you brought that inspo to me. Because you were the one that brought it to me, like the idea and stuff. Like, literally, I'm going to give credits to Danny and Alan, because both of them always try their best to, like, bring that spark back into me. Oh my God, I don't want to get
No, it's okay. But here, I'll change the topic for you. One thing that I'm gonna say is, like, today with me and my friend Kevin, we kind of talked about our parents. And as parents that are, undocumented, they were scared. They were scared to build a business. Yeah. They were scared to buy a house. They were scared to get a car. They were scared to get a job, bitch.
And it's always fear that
and it's always been fear that has hit our Latino culture.
Yes.
And has always triggered us to not be able to prosper. So for all the Latino culture that has been able to prosper and buy their own house and buy their own property or give their own, so I mean, kudos to you, because not a lot of people do it.
And not even that. even just provide for your family, bitch.
And something that Kevin also put me in my head was like, he's like, I'm actually not working for myself. He's like, as much as I think about it, I work for my 2 daughters. And he's like, I don't work. It's not about working for my 2 daughters. Like, it's not just that. Like, me as a parent, now I see that I have a privilege to give my children the best that I couldn't give.
Yeah.
Because my parents implemented this fear. But I'm not gonna let that fear get to me. Now I'm gonna move on with my life and be able to have my daughters grow into something.
Yeah.
If I have a business, I want my daughters to run that business and have their daughters run that business.
You basically want your daughters to be your the inspiration. You want the daughters basically.
You want not your daughters. You want your children to be like, if I want a business, if I want it, I can get it
for it.
Mm-hmm. I can get it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I can get it.
You want to be the inspiration for your children, for the ones who look up to you, because at the end of the day, everybody who are younger are always going to look up for the older ones and be like, wow, like they have so much. You want them to be able to believe that they can do something instead of like, as me, little Irma, oh, like life is it is like, okay.
Well, that's
like,
because you got taught like that. And if you really think about it, it's the same thing with my mom. My mom still wants to find the opportunity, but unlike your Mexican parents, since they're very used to living the life that they live, they kind of just want to, yes. They think their life is over.
Yeah, okay,
all I have to do is
have a roof under their roof. Like they have a roof under their heads. Like they have food. They have a place to sleep in. We did our job as a parent, and it just makes me sad because I'm like, they could do so much more.
But that's why every single day I work. This morning I kind of I have been doing something lately, and but I just don't want to
keep an eye out.
But something that I just want to tell you guys is that I don't want to. I work for myself, but I also work for my family. And I never will say that I work to provide for my family. Because as a human being, you should let your family prosper. Yeah. But will I say that I want to be able to give my mom whatever the fuck she wants? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Anybody who has a parent in their life that they love and cherish and always wants to do the best
for their parent.
For their parents.
And the reason why I want to give it to my parents is because my parents didn't have the opportunity that I have.
Yeah.
So that's why I will always say that I have a privilege and I will give that privilege to my family.
Yeah.
And that's really much what it is like, I'm working for myself. Let me work for myself. I might not be able to hang out with my family. Like, I get so much fucking backlash from my family right now where they're like, oh, why don't you hang out with us?
Yeah.
Or why don't you hang out with us?
You're working
why don't you make time for us? And I'm like, I'm sorry, like,
you're working.
It's not that I don't want to hang out with you. I would love to hang out with you 24/7 every day.
But I'm always been a family person.
Yeah, but at this very point in time, like, if I don't do something for my life now, then what else is there?
Get done.
And not only that, every single day is a different day. You can die tomorrow, and if you die tomorrow, like, let's say to my family vibes, God forbid, but if my family dies tomorrow and I wasn't able to accomplish what I did, what the fuck?
¿Qué voy a dejar?
What am I gonna be able to? I know that I'll be able to work for myself, but my ideal goal was to work for my family.
Yeah.
And that's all every Latino kid wants.
Literally, they just want
any type of kid.
They want to be able to take care of their parents, financially free, and not only that, be able to finally take care of them after all the work and the effort that they've done, just for you to be able to live in the position that you are today.
And something that I can say for sure, a lot of our Latino parents, or even any type of parent, have always forced it to be like, mijo or mija, go to school, graduate, get a degree.
Yeah.
Do prosper for yourself. And that's
literally what my parents still expect.
But you guys, there's so many different forms of success.
Yes.
No matter what type of success there is.
It's not always school. It's not always education.
It could be stripping.
Yeah.
It could be OnlyFans.
And don't ever feel ashamed for doing that kind of stuff, because at the end of the day, as long as you're being able to pay your bills, you're able to provide your own roof, you're able to provide your own food. And at the end, if you're able to provide for your family, you're good.
Yeah, you're good
set.
for sure.
And even if it's the minimalist, I'm not saying like you have to provide for your family. It's as long as if you're happy with what you're
as
doing.
long as you're financially free, that you can be able to provide for
what you want
the ones
to do.
you love.
Yeah. You're good.
You're set. And
You're
that is
set.
happiness.
And that is happiness. It's crazy how people say money can't buy you happiness, but unfortunately,
that's the life that we live in. We have a lot of goals and we have a lot of things to work on, and that's why we are super excited for our next journey.
Yes.
That's kind of just like exciting things that are going on
and like just upcoming, and this is just like literally what this podcast had made us realize, and
because
made us
once we realize, you realize.
No, for sure, because as mentioned, you guys are our therapy. You guys literally.
And not only that, me and Irma have always, I have always taught Irma to never ever gatekeep and always be humble and always give the information or give your happiness to others. And when I say that in a very genuine way of like right now I'm in a very happy mindset. So I'm going to share my joy and the way that I got happy so I can give you guys happiness and maybe help you guys a little bit. And I feel like this is a TED Talk, but girl,
it's been just like
it's been a good one.
It's been a real good one, honestly. And like after these drinks, after the fucking Boswell, after this fucking wine,
I had a great night.
I had an amazing night. Like, honestly, it's been fucking great.
And thank you so much to Sunny SM.
Yes. But yeah, other than that, guys, thank you so much for fucking watching this episode. We both appreciate every single one of you guys, because honestly, without you guys, as mentioned, none of this would have fucking happened. None of us, we wouldn't want to come out with season fucking 2, bitch. So, other than that,
don't forget to follow us at all of our social media so you can get updated on season 2 of Let's Talk Mendejadas.
Don't forget.
And go ahead and comment down below what was your favorite part. Come back up, click that like button and the subscribe button.
And we'll see you guys in season 2.
Bye.